Hello fellow humans, and welcome back to 300 Seconds of Science. So glad to be filling you guys in on cool stuff going on in the science world. Today we're talking about one of the most important issues that we're facing today that pertains to our species, and that's the current global environment. Hello, so glad to be back. I'm Adam Bonomo, and this is 300 Seconds of Science. And we have so much great stuff lined up for you guys this semester. We have some new faces on the way, but today we're going to be talking about the current state of our environment and what it might look like in years to come. So, we all have a decent understanding of how things are looking in America, so we wanted to see how things are going in other countries and for other species. We went to the Cleveland Metropark Zoo to speak to Elliot Burke about what the environment of African elephants are like and why their population is decreasing so rapidly.
With overpopulation, you get these indigenous people, they're looking to try and make a living, and a lot of that has to do with cutting down the forested areas and farming. So these people are trying to make a living to survive by doing this farming, and you've got elephants sharing the same space that would decimate their...
So with Africa struggling with overpopulation and sub-Saharan Africans on average giving birth to up to 5 children, we can see why so many people need jobs and have to rely on cash crops. Although this is just one of the reasons why the elephant population is on the decline.
We want to educate people on the exotic animal trade. Elephants are being poached for their ivory. We want to make sure to try to do what we can to educate people on not buying ivory, not supporting that exotic animal trade.
Between 30,000 and 38,000 elephants are poached every year for their ivory. And if this number continues, it will be 20 years before the elephant species is extinct. I know what you're thinking. Adam, we've been exploiting animals for years. And along the way, we have sent many species into extinction. So why should we care now? Well, for one, they do a lot for their ecosystem. According to SOS Elephants, elephants are considered a keynote species in the way that they pull down branches and break up thorny bushes, that way there's more foliage for other animals. They dig up holes in dry riverbeds for other animals to use as a source of water, but it's not just the sub-Saharan part of Africa that's dealing with these issues. Let's leave Africa and head over to the Amazon Rainforest, which is home to many unique species, but is being destroyed at an alarming rate of 20,000 square miles a year, or 289,000 miles since 1978. Bigger than Texas. As of 2000, 75% of that land is being used for cattle ranching to meet our global meat demand. And through this process, we're really shooting ourselves in the foot, because we're cutting down the very things that help with greenhouse gases. You know plants with that whole photosynthesis thing, taking carbon and some sun rays and turning it into oxygen? I love plants, although that's the area that we're usually getting rid of. So if we take that, plus the carbon dioxide that's being burned, plus the methane that's being created from the animals themselves, as well as the nitrous oxide that's being released, a study by the World Watch Industry for the United Nations shows a staggering 51% of additional greenhouse gases are caused by animal agriculture. With 97% of scientists saying that climate change is not only real, but also growing at an accelerating rate, it is our duty to do what is best for our planet and take this issue out of the political realm. Okay, so we see this as an issue, but there are things we can do to help it. We can stop trying to help businesses that exploit animals. You can try to join different pro-climate organizations, or you could just try to reduce your own personal carbon footprint. This is a big deal for us as a species, and we need to make it so businesses cannot turn land into profit. We need to mobilize and save the planet. A famous Cree Indian quote, "Only once the last tree has been cut down, the last fish has been caught, and the last stream has been poisoned, will we realize we can't eat money." Anyway, big thank you to the Cleveland Metropark Zoo. It was an awesome experience filming there. If you guys like this, make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube. I'm Adam Bonomo, and that was 300 Seconds of Science. So go out, enjoy life, and stay curious.